There is nothing more important than the understanding of oneself. Knowing who you are and maintaining that frame of mind. Knowing this is who I am. This is the foundation of my mind. This is how I see myself. This is how I see the world. 100%. And leave room for flexibility once you see the results of that, right? Because you could say, this is how I am. This is how I see the world. And then there's a result that continues to happen. So now that result is revealing who you are. Now, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong to the world, the results is what matters most. So if you want a different result, then you have to have a little bit of flexibility on who you are. You have to add on to it, or you have to put an end to a part of you, that you remove that part of you and add something else, right? Or maybe that part of you works in certain areas of life, or it has already served you in some way. Then you take that and you move on somewhere else, right? You look at that information that once served you at a certain period of time. It made sense for this moment, but then there's stagnation. Now there's something that you're missing. There's something that you don't know. You're getting the results that you deserve because it's based on the foundation of who you are. Now you need to add more tools. Now you need to add more into your education. You need to actually do it. You actually have to see the nuances, the in-betweens, the details. You have to go out and do it, fam. You have to go out and do it. You have to go out and say, this is who I am, right? This is where I want to go. I'm going to go take the risk. I'm going to make the move. I'm going to make the sacrifices. I'm going to live life on the edge. I'm going to see it for myself. I got to taste it. I got to experience it. I got to put myself in that position, right? And for so many people, they self-sabotage. They destroy opportunities for themselves. They create stories that blind them from seeing what's actually going on. But how do you know, right? If you don't understand yourself. A lot of things are airy-fairy. A lot of things are all over the place. You hear millions of different types of information pulling you in multiple directions, friends in your ear, different books and who you're following, and this is what you care about. It's like, whoa, so many things pulling you, shaping you into some kind of human being, right? And depending on what you prioritize, if you prioritize safety, comfort, security, if you live in fear, then you're going to start seeing the world through the eyes of one who fears. Start connecting stories that don't even need to be connected, and most importantly, don't even exist. And it only exists if you see the world through the eyes of that foundation. But the moment you make an adjustment, the moment that you see it from a different perspective, what happens? Those stories don't exist. Everything makes sense, fam. You can look at this video right now and create a million stories to why I'm doing this video to begin with. What does he want? Right? You can say different things. What does he want? Is he doing this for the clicks? Is he doing this for the views? Does he actually provide value? Is he reading from a screen behind it where he's like, yeah, so here we go. You know what I'm saying? Does he know what he's talking about? Right? Or is he going through something like this? Oh, is it true? Right? Why are you saying these things? You see, fam, you could look at this video and create a million reasons to why I'm even recording it to begin with. And it all makes sense. All of your stories make sense. All of your stories are true when you see it through the eyes of a certain foundation. If you change the foundation, then it's a different story. But how do you know what's real? What's the truth? That's the tricky thing, right? What's the truth? Because, fam, you're going to see what you want to see always. Remember that. You're going to see what you want to see always. That's facts, fam. You're going to see what you want to see. If you don't think you're good enough, worthy enough, you start questioning everything great that comes into your life. If you see things through the eyes of one who's afraid, you start questioning why. Why this doesn't make sense. Why are these moves being made? Why? You start questioning things. This doesn't make sense. There has to be something up. There has to be something behind this. And then you're looking and you're diving in and you're questioning and you're like, oh, you're looking into it. Family, let me tell you something, fam. In today's world, if you don't understand yourself, you are lost. If you don't understand yourself, you will be pulled in many different stories that keep you stagnant. You'll be afraid to commit to anything because you don't understand the foundation of your mind. You don't understand the person you see in the mirror. You don't have direction on where you want to go. You don't really know. So then now you start putting yourself in familiar positions. If you're used to losing, you're going to keep losing. If you're used to things blowing up in the end, most things will blow up in the end. If you're used to winning, then you're going to have wins. If you're used to growing things and you're used to, having success, then fam, you're going to have success because it's the foundation is how you see you. I look at myself every single day and I say, fam, people like me don't deserve things like that. I know myself, the world is going to mold itself into what it is that I want. Why? Because I'm moving with that direction. I get what I want. I get what I put out. Then the world will fix itself for me to make it happen. Why? Because the foundation of my mind says this: I will always adapt and adjust until I make it happen. I will always solve the problem. I will always look at things, observe things, allow things to play out and say, I'm going to make the best decision possible to get the best result possible that fits Anthony Manaya's foundation. I'm Anthony Manaya. I get these results. And when I lose, when I have setbacks, when there's fears, or when there's things that come up, roadblocks, right? One's in my foundation of my mind, it says, I know what result I want. I know where I'm going. I know what it is I need to do because I shift my attention towards what I prioritize. And that's making the adjustment because Anthony Manaya does not deserve this. So for you, fam, I'm asking you, do you know yourself? And knowing yourself, we're talking about as a human being. There's a lot of biological things you need to know about yourself. But most importantly, fam, the creation of oneself is your responsibility.